Okay, this is so stupid. This is so funny. Okay, so I decided that I'm gonna start recording myself talk on my MacBook specifically because literally, like, recording on here is just such a vibe. Because it's just like, it feels so personal to me. It feels just like we're chit chatting, And I'm gonna start basically. Bitch, I'm fucking starting a podcast and I'm basically just gonna be talking to myself essentially in my bed, um, and posting it on YouTube because I love to talk. Something about me is I love to talk. I love to talk. Talking is so fun. I brought this up to Maggie and Alexis and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing this and posting it. And they were like, so basically your private story? No, so basically your private story, but longer. And it's really true. This is basically just my private story, but like increments of like 15 to 20 minutes because, yeah. But I don't know what I want to call this because I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking so hard about this last night because I was like, what am I gonna fucking talk about? Like, I know I talk a lot, but like, thinking of topics to talk about is just so hard because it's just like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say? Like, this is why I understand podcasts, like, having, like, multiple people, like, usually two people, like, and it's just, like, a conversation. I wouldn't really know because I don't really like podcasts that much. I don't listen to them. The only podcast that I'm literally capable of listening to is Emergency Intercom, because Enya and Drew and Kai sometimes when he talks are just literally the funniest people in the world. I've literally been a fan of them since like 2015. So yeah, but like I understand why people have like co-hosts on podcasts because then you can just like basically have a conversation with them and it's just like whatever. But like by yourself, girl, what am I supposed to say right now? What am I even talking about right now? Like, it's just so off. But I don't really care because, as I said, I love to talk. But anyways, back to what I was saying before. I was thinking about this and I was like, what am I gonna call this? Like, my private story name is, literally like, girl, I think it's called Girl Shut the Fuck Up. Because, girl, just shut the fuck up. Like, you talk so much. Shut up, please shut up. But I don't want to call this that because, like, it's my private story name. But honestly, it might end up being that. Because the other thing in my head was bed talks, but like, that is so dumb and stupid, and I literally hate that. So I'm not gonna call it that. But I am probably gonna call it Shut the Fuck Up a dog because I don't know. I just feel connected to that name because like that's my private story name and my private story is essentially my podcast because I be going on tangents for the 1 minute that I have. And sometimes I literally will record another one, but like I will be going on tangents on whatever comes into my mind and posting it. And a lot of the time, oh my god, the truth with my private story posts, you guys don't understand the amount of times I literally will record myself talking and then delete it, and then record myself talking again, and then delete it, and then record it again, and then delete it because, like, I'm just not saying the right things. Like, I'm literally just not speaking correctly. Like, I just, like, literally have to get the words out. Which is why this is gonna be such a problem because, like, I'm not editing this. Bitch, this is just me talking for however long I'm speaking for, and then posting it straight up raw. I, like, literally no cuts, no edits, no nothing. Because essentially that is just too much work for me, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, but no, I think I'm just gonna name it after my private story because like what else is there to name it, but whatever. But like my private story, I just post so much on it, so I just decided if I really love to talk so much, maybe I should just do this. Plus, so many people think my voice is nice when I talk in my natural speaking tone, which is very like quiet and calm, which is this. Wait, hold on. This is my natural speaking tone right here, and I don't know if I've been talking in this way the whole time, because something about me is that I love to put on accents and exaggerate my voice, because otherwise I don't think I'm that funny. But when I talk like normally, people are like, your voice is so nice. And I'm just like, stop, because I will start blushing. And it's just so nice. And like, I've always wanted to start a podcast, but I never have. And to me, this is essentially a podcast, because like, I've literally been talking for 6 minutes now straight. It's so embarrassing. I literally can talk so much. Oh my god, speaking of that, okay, so today, August 5th, me and Maggie went to go pick up Alexis from the airport, and we were talking in the car, and I started talking about, we started talking about something, and, we were talking about something, and I took the joke a little bit too far. Not too far, essentially, but I was gonna say something that was like, girl, calm down. But I was gonna say something, and they were like, they knew what I was gonna say, so they were like, whoa, stop. And then I told them what it reminded me of, and it reminded me of the movie It, where Richie, whenever he would go too far, all of his friends would go beep beep Richie, and so I told them about that, and so basically now they're gonna start beep beeping me, because something about me is that I will always take the joke too far. I will be saying things that nobody wants me to say, because it's just funny to me. It's not funny to anybody else. And that's why if I was a character in the movie It, I would genuinely be Richie Tozer, because like literally I am him, he is me, we are one, we are kin. We're like this. Because like he be talking in accents that aren't funny, I be doing the same thing. He takes every single joke too far, I be doing the same thing. He's played by Finn Wolfhard in the recent version. I'm literally in love with Finn Wolfhard, like, it's embarrassing. But if I ever did meet Finn Wolfhard, I wouldn't tell him that, and I would act like I didn't know him, because mysterious. Just like how in those Wattpad fics, like the One Direction ones, when the main character would like go to the One Direction concerts and be like in her glasses in a messy me? Hold on. But she'd basically be looking like this, and she'd be at the concert, she'd be reading a book, and it's like, she's just so different from the other girls. And then Harry Styles would like see her in the crowd and fall in love with her, and then she would always end up being Louis Tomlin's sister. Can we talk about that? Okay. In every single Wattpad story, I feel like that I've read, like the cringy One Direction ones, where like it's like adopted by One Direction, or babysitting One Direction, or like kidnapped by One Direction, or like sold to One Direction. She always ends up being Louis Tomlinson's sister. Like, I don't think I could explain the amount of fics that I have read where, like, the bitch babysits One Direction, and then she ends up being Louis Tomlinson's sister. Like, I know Louis has a lot of sisters, but where, like, I remember there was this one Wattpad fic that was, like, babysitting One Direction that I was literally so obsessed with. It had 3 books, and I read every single one of them, and I reread them pretty regularly. And she was, like, she had a really shitty home life, and then she, like, randomly, like, started babysitting One Direction. I don't even remember how it happened, but, like, she started babysitting One Direction, and her love interest was not Harry Styles. It was Niall Horan. So real, because literally the love interest is never Niall Horan, it's always Harry. But, like, basically, her love interest was Niall. She ended up having a kid with Niall in, like, the 3rd book. No, yeah, in the 3rd book, which is, like, hold on. But then she got amnesia and didn't remember Niall, and then she remembered him, and then they reunited. It was so weird. But, like, basically, she found out she was Louis Tomlinson's sister in the 1st book. And it's just, like, what? That is so weird, because, like, Where do you come up with that? Literally, like, every single Wattpad writer, like, Tumblr writer, AO3 writer, literally, where do you come up with these ideas? Where do you come up with them? Especially old Wattpad and Tumblr. Like, where do you bitches come up with those ideas? Where do y'all come up with it? Like, the cursed ass fics that I would read? What possessed you? What possessed you to write that? Like, literally, what, like, literally came over you to be writing the shit that you would be writing? Like, what? You're crazy for that. You're crazy. But me, I eat it up every time. Like, literally, this summer, I've literally reverted back to, like, my middle school self with the amount I would just be on Wattpad and Tumblr and AO3 just reading gay ass fanfics. Like, I literally ate that shit up. Like, literally my screen time is all Safari. I can tell you that right now because I am constantly on AO3. You know what, I ain't even embarrassed about it. I won't tell you what I read on AO3, but I will tell you I'll be on AO3. Like, if you go on my phone and go onto Safari and then go to private, like, browser, bitch, it's literally just like AO3 is open. The fix that I have open. Like, what can I say? Like, sometimes when somebody's like, can you look something up for me? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And then I go on my phone and then I click on Safari and then I have to literally go to like the public browser. So like, because I'm literally on my private browser and I'm on AO3 and I'm just like, just pretend you don't see anything. Pretend you don't see it. Pretend you don't see it. You don't see it. But like, what can I say? I'm just living my truth. So, yeah, I mean, literally I have reverted back to my 6th, 7th grade self, and I can't even be embarrassed about it because that's before the downfall of my life. Like, I know everybody says that, like, 7th grade was, like, the worst year of their life. I just can't relate to that. 7th grade was the best year of my life. I peaked in the 7th grade. I fully believe I peaked in the 7th grade. Just like how I think I peaked in the 10th grade, too. Like, to everybody else, I feel like those are the two worst school years of their lives. But, like, those were the 2 best school years of my entire life. Like, literally, those were the last 2 times I think I was ever genuinely happy. Like, my downfall literally became my downfall after I finished, like, 7th grade. And then I got to 10th grade and my life was pretty okay. But 10th grade was actually also a little bit horrible because literally everybody in my theater department hated me because I was friends with this one girl and literally everybody hated me. And I was like, hold on a second. And also this one dude hated me a little bit, but that's because I kept telling his girlfriend to break up with him because it was a toxic ass relationship. But we don't talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. But no, those were the last 2 times I was happy. Like, I was literally living my best life. Like, 7th grade me was literally so fucking happy. Like, oh my god, my 12-year-old self, she was embarrassing because all she did was listen to 21 Pilots and, like, go on Tumblr and Wattpad and, like, literally call everybody small and beat and, like, watch Dan and Phil. But, like, she was happy. She was thriving. She was emo. She had a lot of friends. I was friends with, like, all the, like, Latino girls. And it was just so funny to me because they were, like, seen as, like, hot Cheeto girls. But, like, they were all, like, cool and, like, edgy or whatever and, like, ready to fight. And I was just this emo-ass bitch that, like, listened to 21 Pilots and Halsey and was, like... And all my friends were like, yeah, no, this bitch will die for her. Will die for her. And I'd just be like, hey. So embarrassing. Do I talk to any of those people anymore? No. Because I grew up. And that's something nobody talks about. Actually, that's something everybody talks about. I know everybody in the 8th grade is like, I'm gonna keep being friends with my friends. Like, high school's not gonna tear us apart. I was one of those people too. Even though everybody older than me would be like, you're gonna not be friends with the same people in high school. I thought I was different. No. Literally, I'm not friends with anybody from middle school anymore. Besides my best friend, who's been my best friend since like the 5th grade, Alexis, and like Tim. Those are the only 2 people I still talk to that I was friends with in middle school. All of my middle school friends. No. I ain't even friends with half of the people I was friends with in high school. Like, I do not talk to half of the people I talked to in high school. Literally on the regular, I talk to about maybe 5, 6 people from high school. But also, I just don't really talk to many people because I like people feel like I have so many friends, but really truly, I have a lot of acquaintances. I like, but like, I really also don't even believe in acquaintances. I just believe everybody's my friend, but like, I don't have many close friends. Like, I have friends, but I don't have many close friends. Like, I have few people that are my close friends because, bitch, I don't want to be friends with everybody. Like, what? Like, get out, get out. I'm not the type of person to be like close with everybody. Even though there's something about me is I overshare and it's really easy to be close to me because I will literally tell you anything if you ask me. So yeah. But I don't talk to people on the regular. Like, yeah. Yeah. And I don't really hang out with people on the regular. Like, it's very rare to get me to hang out with you, especially when I'm back home. Oh my god, you wanna hang out with me? I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. Because I will never hit anybody up first. Absolutely not. Bitch, if you want to hang out with me, you ask me. Because I don't care to hang out with people. Like, I'm straight chilling. There's few people that I will ask, hey, you want to hang out? Because, like, you're my friends. I want to hang out with you guys. But, like, other people, I don't care about seeing you. I don't care about hanging out with you. Is that rude? Maybe. Something that I almost did right there was because I don't know what it is, but like talking, I feel that's just something I feel like doing, and that literally reminds me of middle school. Like literally, as I've been saying, I'm reverting back to my middle school self at my grown age of 19. Why am I becoming 12 again? Like this is literally so genuinely embarrassing. Like, can we talk about my Dolly Parton shirt actually first? It says, "What would Dolly do?" This is a sleep shirt that I got from Target. I've actually been wearing it the past couple of days. Because it's just so comfortable and nice, and I just literally love Dolly Parton so much. Like this is my ride or die. This is my girl. I literally, when I was at Target, I was like walking around, and I literally saw this shirt, and I said I have to have it. I literally, every time I go to Target or like Ross, I love Ross. Every time I go to Target or Ross, I'm always like, oh, I'm not gonna get anything. I'm not gonna get anything. I always end up getting something. I don't even know what it is. Those two stores just have this grip on me. Like, I literally, my idea of a fun time is literally going to Ross, literally going to Target, and spending my money. Like, that's literally like a good time to me. Like, that is what me and my mom do all the time. Like, literally, I think multiple times, like, this summer, like, literally almost every single week, essentially, me and my mom would literally go to Ross and we'd literally go to Target. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just so fun, especially with my mom. I love hanging out with my mom. She is so fun. We'd be in the car. We'd be gossiping. We'd be in Panera. We'd be gossiping. Like, literally me and my mom's idea of an outing is literally going to Ross, going to Target, going to Panera, and just sitting and talking and chit-chatting and shopping. Like, it's so fun. It's so fun. And, like, those are the times where she learns everything about me. Like, she don't know a lot about me, but she thinks she does. Because I tell her most of the things about me, but there's some things that you obviously can't tell your parents. You know what I mean? Especially when you have strict, immigrant, religious ass parents. Like, if they knew half the things I'd be getting into, I think I'd be murdered. But, actually, I wouldn't be murdered. I would just be sent back to Afghanistan. Because, literally, at one point this summer, my dad literally told me if I ever dropped out of college, he will be sending me to Afghanistan. And it was honestly the funniest thing ever because he just said it out of nowhere. And it was so funny that he said it because literally the day before I was talking to my mom how I became so violently depressed during school that I almost dropped out of college. And then my dad said that. He doesn't know that I almost dropped out because he don't need to know that, but like, Literally, it was so funny that he said that to me because I was like, oh, if only you knew I was this close. This close. But my friends talked me out of it because I have good friends. But yeah, crazy stuff. But girl, basically, I feel like I should end this now because it's been 20 minutes. Even though most podcast episodes are like literally an hour long, but like I don't feel like talking for an hour. Personally, because that's just so long, and I don't think people have the attention span to listen to me talk for an hour, literally out of my ass, because like this is probably so boring and so lame. Like I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for my own entertainment, to be honest. Like, I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing this for me to go back to and watch later, and like to send to my friends and be like, watch this, fuck this up, because like I know 2 people will be watching this. Alexis and Maggie, because they said that they'll watch every single thing that I post. That's so real of them. Also, probably Kaya and Schaefer will probably watch these because, like, they're my besties. And, like, so basically, I know deep down that 4 people will be watching this. But I'm really not expecting anybody else to, even though I will be posting the link to this on my private story and on my Finsta. But nobody fucking interacts with me on either of those things when I post things, so honestly, I don't even care. Like, I literally posted the other day on my Finsta story. I was like, I want to record a video of me talking, give me topics, and I posted like the little questions box. Nobody said anything. I was so mad that I deleted it. I was so mad. I was so embarrassed. It was so embarrassing. Every time I post something like that on my Finsta story, nobody ever interacts, and I'm just like, at what point do I block these people? At what point do I block everybody? At what point do I literally delete this account? Like, it's so embarrassing. Like, my Finsta and my private store are literally just for me, myself, and I, because, like, nobody interacts with me on them, and it makes me so sad, but, like, at the same time, I get it, because, like, it really is just for me. Like, this is literally just for me to watch at the end of the day and be like, oh, this was my day today. This is what I was getting into. Because I just love to post everything online. I'm such a social media person. Like, people are always like, today's day and age, today's generation is being run by social media. And what about it? Like, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. Like, I love Twitter. I love TikTok. I love Snapchat. I love Instagram. I love Tumblr. I love YouTube. I literally love it. I love it. I eat that shit up. I be tweeting. I have 2 Twitter accounts. Like, I have 2 Instagram accounts. Like, I have 4 private stories. Like, what? What do you mean? It's just so fun. Like, posting online is so fun. Oversharing online is so fun. Like, what? It's so fun. Like, I literally don't care. Like, something about me is I don't believe in TMIs. Like, too much information, no. Not enough information. Tell me everything. Literally tell me everything. Tell me the nitty-gritty details. Like, I'm literally so invested in your life. Like, and this is why I think it's so easy to, like, keep up with me and keep up with my life. Because I post everything online. Like, it's genuinely so hard to stop being friends with me. Like, once you are added onto my private story, like, once you follow my Finsta, like, you will literally know everything about me because, like, I just post everything. Like, I'm not a mysterious person at all. Like, no, I love to talk and I love to post. Like, you will hear me. You will. You will hear me and you will see me. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about that besides probably block me. But if you block me, I literally will probably cry just a little bit. Especially if you're on my Finsta or my private story. Like, I literally will be hurt because I'm like, I feel connected to you. Like, randos blocking me, I don't care. I don't care. I could care less. But, like, I get so sad when people, like, unfollow my Finsta or, like, remove themselves from my private stories. Like, it literally is heartbreaking to me. Like, it literally hurts my heart. Like, I remember before you could, like, remove yourself from private stories, like, people would ask to be removed from private stories. And I literally remember one time this girl texted me and was like, can you take me off your private story? I literally cried. I literally had a breakdown about it. I literally cried. She's a racist now, so honestly, I feel kind of embarrassed for crying about it. But like, it wasn't even her that I was crying over. It's just the fact that somebody literally texted me and said, "Can you take me off of your private story?" Like, that is so rude. That is so rude and disrespectful. Like, literally, why would you do me like that? Bitch, I said I was ending this video 5 minutes ago, and then I got onto another tangent. That was literally so embarrassing. Anyways, I am gonna end this now because this is 25 minutes long, and that is just too long for me personally. Like, maybe one day these will get hours long, but like, no. Maybe sometimes I'll have people on here. By people, I literally just mean probably Alexis or like Schaefer, Maggie, and Kaya. Like, literally, like, because I don't hang out with any other people, and yeah. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll actually start a real podcast, but that is just essentially so much work, plus it's just so much fun. Like, it literally feels like a video diary. Like, literally video diary, hey. I was gonna do this in my bathtub, but then I was like, as real as that is, and as much as I do love sitting in my bathtub, I'm not gonna want to sit in my bathtub when I go back to school to do these, because that's just like, no. Because I will still be doing this when I go back to school. I will be literally sitting in my twin size bed like, hey girls, what's up? Talking to myself out loud, so embarrassing, but like, what is there to do about it? Nothing. Okay, I'm really truly done now. Okay, thanks for watching. Ew, never saying that again. Okay, bye, slay.